Good morning. It is the 7th and final day of a week on Atkins, and this week has dragged. There's been a lot of nice food, don't get me wrong, it's just that the amount of cooking that I've had to do and subsequently Grace has had to do to help me out, which I know you've enjoyed, haven't you?
Wonderful.
See, she's not being sarcastic in the slightest. So it has been a long one. I'm looking forward to the next week on, which is just going to be a week on Pizza Hut? I don't know. Anyway, I'm hungry. Let's get some breakfast. Somebody certainly loves their crisps. Don't they? There you go. All right, look up. See who's tutting at you. Back to sleep. I don't blame you. So this morning I thought, I know what's nice and Atkins friendly. An omelette. So I went out to the local farm shop and I got some eggs. See, you know they're from a farm shop because they're covered in bird shit. But then I thought, no, I don't want that. This is my final day of a week on Atkins. I want this because it's flipping delicious. Hashtag not spawn, but the Atkins low carb vanilla shake mix, 80% less carbs, is lovely. So I'm going to crack out another one of these to end the week for my final breakfast. There it is. My final Atkins vanilla milkshake. I've made it a bit thicker this time. It's so thick I could probably paste the walls with it. Oh yeah, I need a spoon for that one. So I'm going to enjoy this, do some editing. Oh look, irony, there's some eggs on the screen. And yeah, probably think about finishing my uni work because it ain't going to finish itself, is it? Right, editing done. It's now rendering, so well, obviously you're watching this now, so it's all uploaded and on the channel. Good stuff. So I'm hungry. My thick shake is I mean, it's sat well, but I am hungry for some solids now. So let's go get something. So originally I was going to have butternut squash soup, but it turns out my butternut squash has gone walkies. Either that or I didn't get it. I can't remember ever seeing a butternut squash. Was it ever there? Who knows? So I'm improvising for lunch. Eggs, which thankfully I went to get this morning, so it's a good job I did. Mushrooms, very low carb bread, and in the oven, some bacon. So I bet you can't guess what we're having. Bacon, mushrooms, eggs, and a slice of toast. Lovely. Bacon's done, mushrooms are going, butter is warming in the pan for the scrambled eggs, and yeah, I'd say the toast's done as well. So, just need to plate all this up. Well, considering it's been cobbled together with leftovers from other things, considering I didn't have a butternut squash, I think that looks pretty good. We'll know what bacon, eggs, mushrooms and toast taste like, and I'm going to go enjoy. Well, dinner was obviously very nice. You can't go wrong with bacon and eggs and toast. All very, very good. Now I'm going to have this for pudding, a brownie. It's Atkins branded, so it should hopefully be good. You know, lower carbs and all that. Oh, again, soft and chewy. That's rich. Oh, that's rich. That's nice. Darker in flavour than I'd probably like, but not bad. Oh my god, I'm going to chew this forever. Like chewing gum. Right, I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to finish off Resident Evil, hopefully, on stream. Check out the Twitch channel links below. Well, that was a pretty successful stream. Still not quite completed Resident Evil Director's Cut, but not too long away. Hopefully by the time this goes up, I'll have finished it. But we'll see. We'll see. As you can see, there's quite a lot of ingredients here because we're making a balsamic pork loin and cauliflower. Let me just check. Pork loin, that's all good. Right, and to go along with our pork, we have obviously the cauliflower, also rosemary, garlic, mustard. I think it asks for balsamic, but we've got rice wine vinegar. We'll see if that makes a difference. Oil, salt and pepper. Right, what are we waiting for? Let's crack on. More marinating time. So the pork's in a bag with a bunch of this stuff, getting all flavourful and stuff. And here we have some cauliflower. That's going to go in there. going to distribute it out a little bit. Then that's going to have the rosemary on it. Yes, apparently it does say to do this dry. And that's going in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then we'll put in the pork. And I'll leave this for Grace to tidy up. Yeah. Pork is done marinating nicely. It's all laid out perfectly on a tray. And in there, as well as some very hot steam, is the cauliflower. So now these go in as well. Just enough room for about 20 or so minutes until they're both done. It smells really good. I can smell the rosemary that fell off of the cauliflower. Yeah, totally. That's just no rosemary on there at all. What a terrible idea that was. And here it is, the final supper with the second one. Could do with a bit of colour, I think, this one.
Well, there's plenty of colour on the cauliflower.
Green or an orange, maybe. It's all a bit bland, a bit beige, a bit sauceless again. No sauce. Could really do. Yeah, I'm going to need a sauce with this, but let's give it a try. Well, it smells nice. Let's see if the rosemary has stayed on the cauliflower. Not really. I mean, I can see some, but it seems strange to put it on dry cauliflower, doesn't it? Let's try the pork chop. That's really good. Really could do with a sauce. Salty. It's getting caught in my throat. It's just a bit basic. Not sure what else to say, really. It's a bit disappointing. We've really saved the most disappointing meal for last. You're right.
Sorry, excuse me.
Has it made you sneeze?
Yeah.
Nice. Right. What are you making?
Yo-yos.
Yo-yos, they're your nanny's recipe, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're very nice. They're custard kind of cakey biscuit things.
Yeah, like a custard cream buttercake version.
Yeah, and you'll put buttercream in between them.
Yeah. And then they'll look like yo-yos.
They will. So I'll just try one.
No.
I'll just.
No.
Wait. Just listen to me a sec.
No.
I'll just.
No! Go away!
Oh, well, there we go. That was the 7th day of a week on Atkins. Disappointing day overall today. So my breakfast was a shake, which is delicious. Then my lunch was kind of cobbled together using Atkins-friendly things. Make sure you get the protein up, you keep the carbs down. Basically, are the rules for Atkins, and that's what we did with my little fry-up for lunch, because my butternut squash has gone walkabout somewhere. God knows. It's going to turn up in the back of a cupboard or something in about 3 years, and it will look like the Elephant Man. So I look forward to that. And then dinner was pork and cauliflower. That was disappointing. Some of the meals, yeah, they could be wetter. It's hard to make a good Atkins wetness, it would seem. So I'm really kind of gutted it ended on that, because it was one of the more disappointing meals, to be honest. So yeah, there we go. I was waiting for something to disappoint me, and that well and truly did. I'm kind of gutted, but it's not going to spoil my overall conclusion, I'm sure. But I'll do that in the morning after I've done the weigh-in to see if this entire week will be worth it. So yes, 7th day, probably the worst one, possibly, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out in the morning. Gonna go have a good night's sleep. Bloody Grace's cake's wafting up my nose. They smell good. I'm gonna demolish a load of those tomorrow because I've not really had any sweets for a while. And those Atkins things, yes, they are nice, but I just want some naughty. Right. Let's go do the weigh-in. Why are you being a creep, Basil? Why are you creeping? I'm laying in bed. We've got an audience. Pretending to look away now. Okay. 10.2 was the start weight. Let's see. Oh dear, that's almost 5. That's almost 5. That's not great in a health kind of way. 5 pounds. That's mental. I'm not complaining, but that's mental. That's all going to go back on if I'm not careful. Oh dear. Okay, let's do the conclusion. Well, there we go. That was a week on Atkins. And I've got to be honest, I went in to this week on thinking it was going to be hell. I really thought I was going to struggle and all of the meals were going to be crap. Because Grace and I, when we were toying with dieting like 9 years ago, we looked at Atkins and we found out we could only have like a bowl of broccoli. So did we do it wrong? Did I do it wrong now? Who knows? But what I do know is that I lost pretty much 5 pounds in a week. Which is a little worrying. It's like maybe I should have that looked into, or maybe I did just lose a lot of water weight, or maybe I have genuinely entered ketosis. I guess we'll never know, but we do know that I lost a considerable amount of weight for 1 week. So that's interesting. That's fun, isn't it? So what do I think of Atkins? Well, there are rules to it, and I stuck loosely to those rules. There are different phases where you have different meals in each phase, and yes, I took meals from all the different phases. I wasn't religious about the amount of carbs I had, although I did do my best to stick as close to 20 grams per day, and it obviously worked because, you know, 5 pounds and all that. The recipes are a mixed bag. They are very targeted towards Americans. Who knows what Thick It Up is in the UK? Do you know what Thick It Up is? I don't know what Thick It Up is. But you kind of have to use what you can get if you're based overseas, I suppose. And also, if there's some things you don't like about recipes, mix and match. Just stick within the Atkins rules and you should be fine. But that's it. It's just sticking to those rules. And you can do that with the aid of Atkins' own products. They do more than just the shake mix which I had, which was delicious, or the chocolate bars that I had, which were also really, really good. I would highly recommend both of those, but if you search far and wide, maybe even the Atkins website, in America especially, there are more Atkins products to try out. And, you know, if I had access to them, I would have happily given them a go, but they seem to be like gold dust around these parts. But that doesn't matter. 5 pounds! The only downside, well, there's 2 downsides. The first one is I really miss potatoes. Not had a single potato this week, and now I'm going to go and make love to a potato after I've finished filming this conclusion. The other thing is that the amount of cooking you end up doing on a week on Atkins is ridiculous. I mean, you could just stick to the same old meals that require very little cooking, but you know, where's the fun in that? Although, wait, there is no fun, because you're doing so much cooking. Although, yeah, it's nice to get a variety of food, he says, having had about 6 broccolis and 24 cauliflowers this week. But, you know, I like broccoli and cauliflower, so who cares? I don't care. It's all good. It's all gravy. Oh, no. No gravy. No gravy allowed on Atkins. Some very dry recipes. You might want to figure out a nice low-carb sauce to accompany some of their meals. But there we go. That was pretty good. I'm quite impressed. If you've got the time, the energy, and the money to commit to it, because yes, I spent a hell of a lot of money on the ingredients this week. Pretty much £100 for 1 week. But then, I mean, I did buy some spices and oils and things that I wouldn't usually buy, and are now just going to sit there forever, rotting. But yeah, it's not going to cost you £100 every week, but because you're buying so much fresh stuff, you're probably going to need a healthy bank balance to do Atkins for the long term. But for the short term, £5 in a week, I ain't complaining. I'm not going to say that's going to work for everyone, but you know, I've had a very chocolate-rich lockdown, shall we say. But yeah, I'm now going to go and, I don't know if it's behind, I'm going to go and play a bit of Resident Evil on my Twitch channel. So yes, I've been plugging that this week, but I'm having a hell of a lot of fun doing it. So if you want to subscribe to that, or follow it I should say, then all the links are in the description below. Or you can subscribe right here on YouTube to carry on watching these week on videos. I've got something which is, yeah, it's quite a popular one that people have suggested to me for next time. So yes, watch out for that. If you want to see what that is before everybody else, please do support the show if you can on Patreon as well, and that really does help to keep this show going. It's yeah, if you like to see me tormented, then you better check out the Patreon. But well, that was Atkins. I'm really craving some carbs now. So I'm going to go and have this for breakfast. Not even going to bother trying to cook it.